Hi, and welcome to the second hour of Mindshifters Radio. Today is Friday, August the 29th, 2025. And, okay, Joe, hi.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am good, thank you.
Good. Good. Just you and me.
Michael's coming dialing in. We
Good.
have two Susans and Andrea and Peter from Sweden. And
Nice.
awesome. So they're coming on in. So hope everybody's doing well and that your process is moving forward, and let us know if there's anything we can do to support you. And that's why we are here. Wait till Michael gets in. If you haven't been on YouTube lately, I have added like 36 shorts from Naturopathic Keys to Health. And you can click when you open up our YouTube channel, you can click on shorts and then you can see them all. They're only 30 to 60 seconds. And if you're in the CoDependence group, I did send out the video and the notes for that yesterday and hope you got it. And I apologize if you got the one twice. When I sent it, it gave me a message that I wasn't allowed to send it, whatever that means. So I did it again, but hopefully you got everything there. And if we can support you from anything that's coming up on the CoDependence program as well, let us know. And there's Michael. So I'll say, welcome, Michael. We have Joe and Peter from Sweden and two Susans and Andrea.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Delighted that you're here. If I fall asleep during the show today, you'll have to do a worksheet on me, I guess, or something. I've been out in the car all morning and I'm wiped out. Anyway, delighted that you're here. I promise I won't fall asleep. I'm just kidding. But who's got a story to tell? Who's got something to question, share? Peter, welcome all the way from Sweden. We're delighted every time you're here with us. Any thoughts for you today?
I'll share. Oh my gosh, last night, Dr. Tim's support group, and there was, I didn't even know this was within me in my mind content. We were dialoguing over, joking back and forth with the emojis. And then there was an exchange, which I didn't realize, that brought up upset around silly. Being silly. And then so I worked it while somebody else was speaking, and I got to find the carbon-based memory. I got beat a lot when I was silly. So the whole idea
Unbelievable, isn't it?
yeah, so the whole idea being playful, so this whole serious quality I have, the maladaptive trait of seriousness. Boy, oh boy, there's so many tears got released last night, and also more processing during dream time, and obviously more to do. But that was a big, I had no idea that was in there.
Yeah, that'll change your life. You get to be more playful. How
I
cool is
get
that?
it.
And everybody approves of you.
I know. Oh my
That might be a
gosh.
good mind shifter. My mother, my father, whoever else, and everybody I contact delights in and approves of me when I am playful.
Okay.
You might put yourself in there too.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that down when I'm playful. Yeah, I had no idea. And it was also another term that was used. He shared a radio audio file around goofy, because that term I heard, don't be so fucking goofy, excuse my language. So don't be so effing
Got
goofy.
it.
Yeah, and that, and then that silliness piece, like that just came out. That wasn't the divine me in that moment, sorry. But that whole piece, holy cow. So I'm excited to see what gets revealed. And the other part I'm really happy about, that I was able to not hold projection, and I was in the awareness of it to collapse the projection so I could actually get to the carbon-based memories of what was really going on. So very happy about that.
And one of the things that happens in a healing process, remember, as you so aptly pointed out in the CoDependence, the interdependence communication session the other night, that it looks the same when coming out as when it went in. Speech will actually use the same word patterns that our power person used. So, you don't need to apologize for that. I know that's not your language, but if that was the language that the abuse went in with, that'll tend to be the way it comes back out again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of, it's like a Rolodex of memories coming, and then, yeah, the language that goes with it, the speech. So, yeah, thank
Did
you.
any of that ever play out in raising your son?
There was occasions, yes, absolutely. I remember, yeah, many occasions where I would be screaming him not to quit. He was 6 years old one time when we're driving up a hill on his little bike, and I was just yelling at him, don't you dare give up. And of course, I've done my best over our relationship to go back and atone and, take responsibility for those times I didn't show up less of love. And there one other occasion I shook him like a rag doll when he was about 11. But no, I didn't, like beat him or anything like that. But in that case, that was still physical abuse, the way I grabbed him and put him into alarm. I screamed a lot, like my mother did. There was elements of that. So, and since
Have you
I've been,
shared that with him?
yes, oh yes,
Oh.
we spent lots of time and me correcting, going back and taking responsibility. That is not how a mother is to behave, and that his worth and his value and how my story and how I showed up said a lot about my mind, about me, had nothing to do with him. And
Yeah, it might be valuable when there's a space with him to share that you'd like his support in doing a worksheet around that. He gets to see how the process works and perhaps get safe enough, because a kid of 11, a kid of 6 being screamed at is probably terror. And so creating a safe space for him to let that out would probably be a major gift to him.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. And he's 19 now, and I would say, but thank you I can feel the energy of that. And I could see a lot of times he did what I did as a kid. He fawned me to keep himself safe because he had the perception, obviously his nervous system was in alarm, and the only way that he could feel any safety was to collect, in his attempt to collect me. So when he was 14, there was an incident of where we were on a ski hill and I overwhelmed, lost it. And I did get it in that moment. It's changed ever since then, where I sat him down and said, you are not responsible for me. I'm responsible for me. It's my job to collect me when I go less than, and I appreciate when you point out that because he could tell by my body language that I'm gone unconscious, or I said, I appreciate that you point that out to me. So we had a code word because he could see me going before I did. And then I would be able to, in the space between stimulus and response, and then I would go. So since 14, it's really shifted like magically, but I will definitely take your advice on that one. And
You
do
might
this.
also look at the speech that you did it with, because this is not your fault. It's still brain cells' fault.
Got it.
And assuring him of his innocence, of his original innocence and his original being, and asking him to pardon you for the pattern you played out.
And what I realize you saying that, it's actually a reflection of my desire for my own innocence.
Yes.
Yeah, I can feel emotions with that.
Yeah.
And this pattern that's been replicated over lifetimes. And I'm sure I could really feel yesterday when I was around the silliness last night. My father experienced that as well. and likely in my mother's line, that not being able to be the innocence of playfulness, and as Dr. Tim says, allowing oneself to exist in divine ignorance and the playfulness of life. So yeah, I would thank you so much. This is more opportunities to come deeper into my own truth. Yeah, thank you.
Breathing with you for sure.
Mm.
And you might give a quick listen. I forget who did the hidden version of it, but the bottom line is you're innocent. You're innocent. Who you are is not where you've been. Did some things you can't speak of, but at night you live it all again. You wouldn't be shattered on the floor now if only you'd seen what you know now then. Wasn't it easier in your firefly catching days? When everything out of reach, someone bigger brought down to you? Wasn't it beautiful running wild till you fell asleep before the monsters caught up with you? It's all right. Just wait and see. Your string of lights is bright to me. Who you are is not who you've been. You're still innocent. It's okay. Life's a tough crowd. 32 and still growing up now. Who you are is not what you did. You're still innocent. And that's probably a message all of us need to hear and really integrate. Because as I read it, I have some tears surfacing too. So I'll join you in breathing.
Thank you. Definitely a lot of tears with that. Thank you so much.
Do I heard your innocent voice coming in there?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Three
I'm a
bags full?
bit. Uh,
3 bags full?
Three.
I know you're the
Hey.
funny one. Stop it. Okay. I apologize.
No, I'm just so glad that Susan mentioned silliness because anyway, I was out last night and this we were sitting at the bar and this horse walked in and the bartender said to the horse, "Hey, what's with the long face?" Oh, we all started laughing. Get it? Horse, long
Mm,
face.
got it.
Okay. All right. So
Okay,
yeah,
so you are
silliness.
officially not the funny one anymore. You're off the list. I
No.
apologize, but that's just
I just doing the best I can. Thank you.
appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Any other thoughts to share?
No, I just would thank Susan again for last Wednesday evening and her daring to, as we processed together. Um, just grateful for that and everything else that's happening. It's a beautiful day here and just welcome more dialogue. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe, for that. And it was also very healing for me, just so you know, it went both ways. So I really appreciate you and also your willingness.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Interesting. Back a couple of years ago, we were on the road and we went into a grocery store. We're doing some shopping, and there's a woman in front of us with a kid about 3, wanted some grapes. Big blow up, big hullabaloo. She pulled off to the side, and we went ahead and checked out. I went out ahead of Jeanie and got the car to pull up to the door. And Jeanie was standing at the door waiting for me. And as this little guy came out with his mother, the words he said were, "I love you, Mom. Please don't beat me." Like, why does a kid of 3 even know that concept of those words and has started fawning already? Of course, it's a family tradition. And those family traditions don't always die easily. And my offering is there has never been a child that has ever deserved to have a raised voice pointed at them, a frustrated breath, an angry word, a raised hand, a threat. There has never been a child that has ever deserved that. And when those who've been abused, which means the inclination is there inside to follow through and do the same, turning that over to the breath, allowing it to surface and processing through it opens a window where we can literally eradicate child abuse from the earth and abuse of each other.
Peter has his hand up.
Go for it, Peter. Glad you're here, sir.
Well,
We
hello
like it
there.
when the Swedish contingent is here.
What did you say? Life is a tough
Like it.
crowd? Life is a tough crowd? That was part of the... Wow. I heard the other day someone say, I like to support with a worksheet. And it's like, wow, you can do that? So I think that's what I am calling in for. I need help with the worksheet, support with the worksheet.
Yeah, we have
Look at this.
we have people that are also pairing up, partnering with someone else to work together too. So if you'd like me to add you to that list, I'll connect you with someone.
Maybe, but my experience is that challenging with the time difference.
Gotcha.
But what this person I heard was saying to the show that I like support with a worksheet. So, wow, you can do that. So
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I like
let's go for
support
it.
with a worksheet.
So what are we going to do this worksheet on, Peter? What's the subject of the worksheet?
Take a guess.
Oh, being on the archery range.
There you
Another
go.
layer coming up.
It's tomorrow is my favorite competition, if you may. The one that it's also the last competition of the outdoor season here in Sweden. And yesterday I had my day off and I was so tired the whole day, and it's like, what's happening here? And Wednesday morning, Tanya and I didn't have it was also a free day off from work, so Tanya and I didn't have breakfast until 11:30 or something like that, because we ended up in the couch and we were sitting love exchanging, but it was like we were laying out our whole life together and previous lives, so what have you, with family. And so it was, we said that both of us, oh, this was a juicy morning, this was rich, this was pregnant.
Nice.
And now afterwards it feels like that was the boulder that went into the water, and now we're doing the ripples of all of that. And yesterday I was super tired and felt like molasses in my blood veins. And this morning, going back to work and taking a shower, I had pain in my shoulder, big time pain. I don't want to go to the competition anymore tomorrow. And I almost started crying. I really don't want to go. And having to go to work, so I just got to work, and I was there, so I had some opportunities. I brought up a worksheet, and then the trigger was the competition tomorrow. And like I said, that it's also an old form of competition, i.e., it has changed. So this was the way it was in the Olympics up until '92. And so this is the one I know from when I was shooting as a youngster. So this is also connected to my father. and everything else that's connected to that. And the sense was so strongly already in the shower, but also then when I wrote, so I don't want to go. I really, really don't want to go. And I don't know if you remember, I shared with you, I think it was on the show even, that my first competition, I sat on the bed and I said to Tanya, I don't want to go. And she, well, don't go. And something screamed in my system that do this or die. And it was somewhat the same sense that I had this morning, that I don't want to do it. And then the other part said, well, do this or die. And right now I feel like a water balloon ready to burst. So we'll see how far I get with this. Uh, I kept on writing that. Are you still there?
I'm here. Yes.
Okay, good.
Question.
Yep.
I hear the perennial trigger of the competition. However, I wonder if where your real work is at this moment was what you opened up in being that vulnerable with Tanya. It seems like that vitality is what opened this up. And so I wonder if the worksheet, and of course you could do either or, but I wonder if the worksheet that's really under the surface, because you've done this one before, and you prefaced it with, this was really juicy, and I wonder if you might be better to focus there, and if the competition is maybe an avoidance. Just a thought.
Yeah, and I'll say two more sentences and see if you feel the same. Because the thoughts I had was in Swedish, but in English, I don't have the strength. I really don't want to do this. I can't do this one more. I can't fail one more time. And what I want, punishment, I just want to avoid it. And what I want it to be fun, joyful, or towards that. I want to be towards going to the competition, fun, joyful, enthusiastic, and then the word that really got me over the edge was, I don't know if that translates in English, like natural, easy, natural. And then I came to, that was the point where I started, instead of doing the worksheet this morning, I was starting to think how I was going to present this in the radio show tonight. Like now it's tonight. And
Right.
then I had again, the sense of the trigger being the competition tomorrow. That could be interchangeable with life. And
Right.
and that, so now going back to Tanya, that life, wanting life to be joyful, easy, natural. So again, I know this has nothing to do with archery. Archery is just a trigger. And I could so feel it's like not want to go there tomorrow because I don't want to fall off the wagon one more time.
And does that
And
apply
that's
more deeply in your relationship or in the competition?
well, that the sense I get with that is, I mean, can you say inhabited my father's body, and thinking that he had that because this I talked about this competition as it's a really important book because it's the favorite, and it's the nostalgic part and the father connection, and also it's the last competition, and I haven't really done any good result the whole season. I haven't really done a good result since before I came to the US with you guys last year. So there's a lot of investment into it, but the sense I got was with my father and special occasions, like for instance my birthday, and how I'm pretty sure that he has been sitting the day before or the week before that I can't take one more failure. And then knowing that once my birthday shows up, he would be drunk again. It's like inevitable. And that's how it feels with tomorrow. Archery is totally unimportant, and yet everything lines up for me experiencing that. I don't want to go. I can't take one more failure. I'll break.
So is this about the need to succeed or the need to get father's approval or Tanya's approval or your own approval on the archery range?
Yeah, actually, right now, I think it's neither. I think it is ancestral, and that I know that I will fail when I go there. And I don't want to fail. I don't want to experience the tremendous pain of failing. For my father, it was him failing, he drank. So it's, yeah, that's how it sounds, that it's just the energy of can't take it one more time failing. And failing is back to the power person dynamic that I shared the other week or 2 weeks ago, that I'm not able to do what I'm supposed to do. And in my case, tomorrow, that will be being connected to my source. And I know I won't, it's like that's how it feels, that I won't be able to stay connected. I will once again fall off the wagon, and in my case, falling off the wagon is unconnected. And I don't want to experience that pain one more time. So I have the
So if
choice
you
to
were
avoid it. I cannot go.
now, and of course that will just lock down the issue till the next time it is triggered.
Yeah, exactly. Do this or die. So again, I say, have me say a couple more sentences. It doesn't feel that it's Tanya connected to Tanya. It's more feel that the love that we shared in that, and we depicted some not so loving things, but it was in a really good space. We were doing that, really connected, and so it doesn't seem and feel to me right now that it is connected to Tanya, as you said.
Well, I was thinking
It's
more
more,
in terms of the level of vitality that you achieved in that
yeah,
interaction. That's what allowed this next layer to open.
big time, big time.
So let's start with the mind shifter.
Yes, I have I just go and I went to get some tissue because I will mute for just 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay, go for it.
People are commenting, they're holding the space, sending love and blessings. And
Mm. Yay.
so we are
Nice
here
to
for
have a
support
community.
here.
Okay.
So how about I, Peter, comma, and everyone I know, comma, deeply cherishes and honors me, especially if I fail. What moves were you with that thought?
I can't go there. It's like that's the thought that comes up that I can't go there. I go back to 2019 before I came to Heartland when you supported me through that, what you referred to as the primal pain of giving up the source.
Right?
And that's how it feels that just saying those words, it's like I can't because I can't go to that pain. It's so far from. I mean, you've been writing, what I was writing, what you said. It's similar to the goals being the other. That this is what I want, wanting to be deeply cherished and honored and connected. And
So you remember
it's
in the
like,
quantum still point training, when there was pain, the invitation was to let go of the judgment and the thought that what was happening in your physiology was painful and allow yourself to experience it as a sensation. What happens if you allow yourself to breathe and go into this sensation around this fantasy of failure?
the the word that comes to mind is there's an openness of possibility all of a sudden.
Okay. So why don't you breathe into that possibility and breathe into that sensation? Let yourself fully go into that which a moment ago your mind categorized as pain, and instead let yourself experience it as a sensation and allow yourself to breathe into it and intensify the sensation. what happens?
It's like a great abyss, darkness, and the mind is searching desperately because there's no life as the mind conceive of it. So it's like
Yeah.
the mind can't find anything there.
So then, how about if you, Peter, deliver that light into that space?
So
Remember, you are the light of the world, and what the physiologists are showing us, what the physicists are showing us, is that literally we emanate light energy. We have the capacity to do that. So how about being in that sensation fully and bringing your light to it? Gently connect your breath and breathe into it. As you breathe into it, is the goal that gets this whole thing moving the need to win, the need to be approved of? What's the goal behind it all? And who taught you that showing up to be part of the competition wasn't enough? One of the things that we've worked with Aria when we play a game is that winning means we got to be together and play. And sometimes when we're doing that, Jeanie or I will mistakenly use the word win. And she'll say, well, we're all winners because we're playing. Like, she's got it. We still have some old brain cells about, oh, you have to be on top, you have to win to be approved of, to be accepted, to be safe. And that whole other thing is nothing but a mental construct. And if you can just gently breathe into the deepest spaces of your own physiology, taking your breath there, this feminine elemental force that was called Ruka will undo that mental construct, reveal to you the truth of who you are. And as you're breathing into that, I'm going to invite you to add one more factor to it. And that is the last day, the fifth day of your quantum still point, how you came out of it and you were just exuding light. And your words were, I was with God. Not a religious statement, not a, just in that presence. And when you can breathe deeply enough into that mental construct, that gives it all these meanings about worthiness and failure, and in the presence of the breath, that will dissolve. Rukadikucha, the whole breath, she who undoes the effects of our errors and reveals us to ourselves. Can you allow that revelation of who you are, Peter? Come into this space in your mind. Revelation heals. And the job of this feminine elemental force in us is to melt away every effect of our errors and reveal ourselves to ourselves. And this is kind of an issue. Thank you for bringing it up, but it's kind of an issue that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks or so. When in a still point session I was doing personally, doing some work on me, I realized that yes, it's this feminine elemental force that undoes the effects of our errors. And for years I went with the Aramaic words and intellectual concept of, and teaches us the truth. Go back to the scriptures, and Yeshua says, I will leave this force with you. That now the Greeks translated it, that will teach you. And my offering is that we don't need to be taught anything. We need to allow the revelation of a truth to come in. What happens if you breathe in that truth?
I went into a couple of still points here.
Hmm?
I don't know if this can be so, but the sense I get, the story I get, you asked me what the goal is for tomorrow. And the goal is, you said, when I came out of the quantum um, still point, and I was with God. And I don't know if it can be like that, or if that is like being up on high horses, but the goal is, that's how it feels, at least now. The goal is to be there, to be with that, to be connected. That is the goal. And again,
That's the only thing we're designed for.
and if we take away again with the changed the competition tomorrow for the trigger being life, and what you mentioned with Arya, we're all winning because we're playing. And that's where I'm thinking that I've gone lost, that life is not a game to be played and enjoyed. Life is a competition. And back
Mm.
to wanting, the goal I have is to be connected, because I have sensed that, and I know that the grown adult Peter sitting here now, he knows that, he has experienced that, and that is so warm and fuzzy. And I want that. I want to be there. I want to live that. That is what I want. And the archery competition, that is what, as safe as Tanya can bring me out of it, the archery competition brings me away from that because I choose
Yeah.
going back
Remember our definition of denial. When I think or
Yeah.
speak as though something outside of me, is a cause of what's moving inside of me.
I make the choice there that something else is being more important, and I have a goal there.
And your connection to your source.
Yeah, and the picture I get again is the little Peter, and this is not cognitive. This, when, like I said, 2019, when you supported me through that, giving up that source, if that was the first time, but that pain, somewhere I did that, and taking on the belief that I wasn't enough, that I had to do something different for mom and dad, for the gods to join in that something that I did experience, the presence of love. So I'm fishing in the wrong pond because I am choosing to go there, thinking that that will fix it.
Yeah. Well, you might remember one of the early worksheets way back when was a line that said, "What was my mistake? I made this more important than being connected to my source." And it's always a mental construct of our own that disconnects us. It's always our own mental illness that we need to own and give up.
But then I'm still looking for that goal, that I choose, that drives me over the edge every time.
So do you want to keep looking for it, or do you want to cancel it?
I like to cancel it, but don't I need to totally, completely identify it? Because well, just the goal is just me wanting to be connected. I
That
want
sounds
everybody
right
else.
on.
I want everybody to connect it. That's really what it is. I want everybody to swim in the pond of perfect being, as you said some weeks ago.
Especially
Especially
what name goes in that blank.
all the one closest to me.
Yeah.
And especially the family, like now the example we take, mom and dad. Yeah, I'll cancel that.
Good. And then invite Rook in on a still deeper level to move this energy block out of your physiology and deliver you slam face to face with being, with the truth about yourself.
Say that again, you're cutting out.
Just allowing yourself to go face to face with the state of being and know that the only thing that will deprive you of the awareness of that is this pattern about not good enough, needing approval, needing to be taken care of. There might be 1,000 variations on a theme in that goal.
Yep. Well, clearly I wasn't enough because mom and dad was not coming from a space of love. So clearly I wasn't enough.
So
'Cause
it's
I was
your
gonna fix that.
responsibility, their state. Well, that sounds like a goal to be omnipotent.
Tremendous stomach ache is moving through now.
Mm. Breathe and let that
Gut
energy move
wrenching,
out of your
as
stomach. Yeah.
yeah, as you English speaking people say. And my whole right shoulder's been the whole conversation is where I had the pain this morning. So it felt like somebody was taking off the shoulder and putting it back on a bit differently.
Mm. So how's the shoulder feel now if you
And
move it?
that's the shoulder that I pulled with. It's
How's the
much
shoulder feel
better.
now?
I can still feel much better. There's some kind of soreness, but it's nice night and day difference. And that is the arm that I'm pulling with in the archery.
Right.
That's the arm I'm performing with, and that's the arm that's going to do better so that I can fix mom and dad.
Mm. So perhaps it's time to let go of the attachment to mom and dad being perfect or approving. As you've had to fight your demons, your mom and your dad have had to fight theirs, and their demons have nothing to do with you. And in Aramaic, the word demon means a state of mind other than love. So can you reach out from that space of connected love toward mom and dad and just offer that extension of love to them? Because here's the
If the
thing,
shoe, yeah,
they've probably never experienced it anywhere in
yeah,
their world.
that's what I was gonna say. If the shoe was on the other foot, we say that don't do. The children won't do what you tell them to. They will do what you did. So
Yeah,
the sense I got was to be the space with my parents, and that
yeah,
really is the only thing I can do.
that's the only thing you can do. Carl Jung has an interesting statement where he says the biggest burden that most people carry is living the unlived lives of their parents. And it's time for all of us to let go of that.
I got that in a whole new meaning just now, Michael, because the unlived, when you talk about to live means to have love flowing through a cell.
Right.
And then, so living the unlived lives of our parents, it's all the patterning that was not love. A whole new meaning. I used to perceive it from, that they didn't get to live their dreams, etc. But that's not it. It's the unlived where love was not flowing through. And so that patterning gets replicated in the children that follow.
When we wake up, we can fulfill that state by breathing into loosening the generational patterns and bringing love present as an offering to them and to ourselves.
Yeah, and thank you, Peter, for that, because you just did that in this big release that you just did for all of your ancestors in the past and those to come. What a gift you are in the family system, the ancestor that's doing his work.
Thank you and thank you. And it gives the phrase, when you heal, you never heal alone, even a greater meaning, because it's not about healing, like you say, the thing that didn't work out for them. It's about the healing of the unlove, the unhumanness, as you to speak of Michael. So that's really where the healing is. Even the possibility of receiving that experience, the perfect being.
Absolutely.
Well, it feels like we reached the aftertext on a feel-good movie.
When exactly is the tournament? What hour? And I want to translate it into Eastern Standard American Time.
Say that again.
What hour are you going to be on the archery court field?
That is going to be a challenge for you, Susan, because I'm starting at 2 o'clock your time.
2 a.m.?
Night. Morning at 2 a.m., yeah.
Okay, I'm often up at that time. I'll be sending you my love and encouragement.
Well, thank you. And again, sending it right back, because again, this has nothing to do with archery. It has everything to do with archery and with life.
Yes.
So I'm going to go tomorrow.
And we'll be holding there. I'll probably be in sleep holding the space for you, but I'll set it in my mind.
Time is an illusion.
There you go.
And I love, Peter, how, that your outer life is a deep reflection of your inner life. So when you go tomorrow, and sin meaning just being off the mark, which is an archery term, you get to go right for the bullseye because you know the truth of it all, that we are love, and you can aim directly into the center of that bullseye because you've got it within.
Well, what's that English phrase again? From your mouth to God's.
To God's ears.
There you go. Because I know all this, and I've gone there so many times, and I'm hoping that from your mouth to God's ear, that yes.
And guess what? Guess what? The best part is all you have to do is be in the present moment when that happens and breathe in with Ruka fully and completely, and let the extension of you ride the desire wave of creation right into the target in the outer reflection of you. And it is done.
So I'm going to sit with you guys the same way I'm sitting now. I'm going to sit with you guys tomorrow, 2 a.m. your time.
Cool.
We have a date?
Date.
We'll do it.
And it's not
We're all
not
holding
as hard
you.
as 49.49.
You're going to give that up one of these days, Susan. You just go, okay, I'll be there.
Right.
How
So I'd
about
like
we
to-
stay? How about we stay in this space from now until 4049?
There you go. I'll
in.
join in that.
I'm in.
Yay. So I'd like to close out with another quote from Carl Jung that is kind of becoming one of my favorites. The healer, teacher, is not just working for a particular patient, but for him or herself as well as his or her own soul. And in so doing is perhaps laying an infinitesimal grain in the scales of humanity's souls. Small and invisible as his contribution may be, it is yet your opus magnum. Peter.
Amen.
Amen. Any woman. All right. Thank you, everybody, for holding the space and joining us. And we'll look forward to seeing you on Monday. Appreciate each of you.